knew somebody, and then they had a friend that knew a friend. So I know this is weird, but thank you to the person who liked it already, by the way. I just wanted to say really quick, guys, that after I was going back and seeing because I was trying to see what the title of this video said, just because I had to correct something on it. But I was listening to part of the video that I just uploaded, and I realized I've wanted to make sure that people know that don't be surprised and don't be fooled by some of these people being older people, like that you will see as a grandpa or a grandma, because those men, and there was one Caucasian woman, they all were older people. The ones that was working with the Obamas, they were older people that was part of the trafficking. The dude that came to apologize to me for letting his son get away with hit him, knocking me in the back of my head and leaving me in the bed and taking off with the $3,400 I had in my car, because he knew about it. And I thought I was going to leave from that party that night, but they made sure that didn't happen. And I was more naive back then anyways. And he took the keys, he put the keys back the way they looked, like they were on the table. That's the games that they be playing. They like to be sneaky. But the dad knew about what was going on. And this same man, I forget his name, but I would have to go back because I believe I took a screenshot, and I also had it in one of my old phones that I have the messages that he sent me. Well, actually those phones are stolen, but there was, I seen him again. He lives around here, but I believe I have a video of him, like I was saying, of or whatever night that was. I can't remember, but anyways, I'll remember it later because it's starting to come back to me as I'm seeing his face in my mind. But all I know is that these men were older. Like, I'm talking about between the ages of 47. I believe they were over the age of 47. I'm talking about in their 50s and up. That's why I don't put nothing past nobody older no more these days. Because just because they older don't mean that they're not in on it. They'll be like, oh, hell yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Well, shoot, I got to get what, that's how life goes. Especially older people that already are old enough to where they know they might kick the bucket at any time. They don't care. Some of them do not care. They still the same people that they were in the past. They never grew up. I've seen them use older women especially to gang stalk me, and then I believe one of them, she felt bad because of my interaction with her. It was two of them actually. They stopped effing around with me and I stopped seeing them come around, and then they started being more polite to me because I was actually helping them. And then it dawned on me that the consistency of me keep on seeing older African American women, or what they call African American, but black women coming around me trying to gang stalk me in different ways. It eventually stopped because I don't know, maybe them being older, they saw like maybe they was getting karma. They was like, nah, leave that lady alone or something, because I was actually helping them out, the different forms of gang stalking they were doing, but like just trying to antagonize me basically. But it's shameful because they're older people and doing it. So I just wanted to warn you, also, the day that the night the day of the evening that I was put into psychiatric hospital at night, earlier that day, it was two black men that were older. One was about maybe in his 40s, maybe between 42 and 47 years old, or maybe 48. And the other man, he had gray hair. He was dressed in a pea coat with a what do you call that hat again? I think it starts with a C. It's that hat that look like it's for art, like a beret, or it's those kind of hat. I forgot what they call it though. Yeah, I think it starts with a C, but it's kind of flat, and you put it on your head like Scooty. But anyways, they both were dressed like businessmen, but they were trying to traffic me in their car, and they had a knocked off mirror on the right side of the vehicle. And it's those signs on certain cars that lets me know those are traffickers, and that's even a mark for them to know each other as well, like the mark that they tell you about on cars. Like if you see a zip, you come outside and you see a zip tie on your car, that's a mark that lets you know you're targeted and people are watching you, like that car is a go to steal a kid or whatever, or something like that. I forgot what it's called, but to let the people know, like, that's the sign that, so if they come and see you down the street, they know that you're the car that they targeted or that they were following or found. And so they marked your car, so when they see you riding around, they know that that's you, if they weren't paying attention, I guess, and they see that zip tie on the handle of the door, then they know that's the car to follow. And I had my encounters even when I was 12 years old. A man moved in the neighborhood trying to traffic me. He pulled up my, all of a sudden my mom went in the house and the other family members went in the house. I was still outside or like organizing the papers because my mom was a I was about to say my mom was a trafficker. My mom was a distributor. She was like the district manager for that region of delivering newspapers. And when soon as they went in the house, this car came and they saw I had a knife, so they locked the door. Like the second or third time they came around the block and parked in front of my house, it's like they was waiting for me to come to the car, but I saw them, and for some reason, when I was 12 years old, I wasn't afraid. I walked towards the car and I had a knife, and I pulled the knife out. They locked the door and took off. I heard it go like the sound that the car make, that click noise, like the locks locked down. They locked the door and took off, and I never seen that silver, dark, extremely dark tinted Acura again coming at me. Um, and I told my mom and them about it too, but of course they didn't make a police report or anything. I don't think, because I remember I told them, I was like, there's this man. It almost made me think my family was in. They knew about it. I hope not, but the way they betrayed me several times after that, it leads me to believe I was supposed to be trafficked. They were supposed to capitalize off of trafficking me. Like it's some like that's why I figured it out. That is something about it having to be looking like an accident and secretive, that it happened, that and made to look like accident. Is something spiritual behind that, because there's plenty of times where they could have just came and got me in broad daylight or at night when I was out loose somewhere at night. But I don't know, maybe they knew I was somebody who was ready, and they tried it again. They thought maybe after my mom and grandma both passed away, well, after my grandma passed away, because I didn't know my mom passed away yet, but I was walking on the street. These men were trying to traffic me, and they called groups of people that was standing outside at the park. They would get on their phones and let other people know the location. Now they're trying to gain stalk me, doing that same thing, but I know it's not the same thing. It's not them trying to traffic me now. Now it's them trying to antagonize me, to be like, oh, I'm getting on my phone, I must be calling. They playing around. They think I can't tell the difference energetically about what they're doing. But because it's not it ain't finna be no trafficking, especially when I didn't already put it out there that that final time that black man came around in that white car trying to force me to get into his car when I told him I was fine walking the rest of the way across the bridge with my son. I was gonna get in the car and put something around his neck, and I'm not gonna say the rest. You guys can figure it out. We was about to not be walking no more. Let me just put it that way. I was about to have me a free car, because I wasn't playing with those people. It put me in a different type of mindset. Instead of me cowering down, I started. It turned around where I wasn't afraid. I was with that. I was with the business, like they say. I was with the sh. You know what? But I'm just saying this so people can remember and know. Don't be fooled by somebody being older, because it was older black men that came to try to traffic me and so-called take me to the hospital. They was like, you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, why is that the first thing that they're saying? And later on that night, they said, oh, mama gonna be mad if you. And then my mama I already knew my mom passed away, so I was like, what mom they talk about? And if they talk about their mama, what they mama got to do with me? And I remember that, and I remember their faces. One was wearing glasses, and he had like a gray goatee. And they had a woman listening in on the conversation in the background, while two black men that were older. And I don't know for sure, but the same woman that was, it sounded like her voice later that night when a woman said, and now they took a picture. They said, I'm now finna take a picture of you. They snapped my photo and sent it in to another woman, and she called the cops and said, and now I called the cops on you to get you in more trouble than you can get out of. Then that's when the raggedy ass motherfucking lame ass Portland Police Department brought they stank ass and they tried to take my son. All four of their ass was struggling, breathing hard and everything. And then they got my son when I realized I'm the one who let my son go. When I realized they weren't trying to hurt my son, they was trying to get me. So I was like, maybe I can at least save my son if they not trying to hurt him by letting him go. Because one lady said, stop, you're hurting him. So I let him go. And then they was wrestling me, trying to get me in the back of the car. I was like, no, y'all ain't finna take me nowhere and then have me show up missing and my son over here, and then y'all make a false report, be like, oh, something happened to her, she was doing this, or they dump my body and be like, we found this son by himself, we don't know where the mom was. That's what was going through my mind at the time. And then one of those raggedy ass white men with brown hair had the audacity to think he was tough guy. Told some, if you don't cooperate with this time with us this time, to get you in handcuffs, to get you in the back of the ambulance so we can send you to the hospital, I'm gonna beat your ass. In my mind I was like, bitch, I like to see you motherfucking try, because your ass still breathing hard 30 minutes later, after wrestling me to get me in the back of the truck with all four of y'all ass, two women and two men, and then you tried to press a pressure point on my shoulder to hit a nerve and you missed. He thought he was doing something. He was trying to do that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, these guys are idiots. That's why I know for a fact that the police, especially the Portland Police Department, are in on this trafficking being happening, and then they want to be act like they some happy-go-lucky nice men. Bitch, y'all better sit y'all motherfucking ass down. Like, they don't know how. I'm not gonna go into that right now, but I just wanted to say it was older people, and it's been several accounts where it's been older people. Don't worry, of course, younger people are in on it too, but this is just to concentrate to let people know it's older people that's doing it too. Don't be surprised if you see two old black men trying to come and get your ass. Don't they working with other people. There's other people that's around. That's how I know it's a network of them. So please be careful. And this, even though this story happened in Oregon back on Christmas of 2022, it can happen to anybody in any state. And that's why I'm sharing this. Man, if I knew their names, I'll put their picture in, put their name out there. That's why my lawyer, Dawn Andrews of Metropolitan Public Defender's Office, deliberately made sure I didn't get access to the copies to know who that woman's name was. They trying to protect them. They're trying to protect the people that's trafficking. And that's why I'm livid with those people. I even put it on an email, told them I'm livid. And then when I saw that they were trying to get me to act out in violence, that's when I eased on back, because I said, I'm not finna give y'all hoes what you want. You couldn't take it, so now you want me to willingly give it to you. You ain't finna get it. I'm gonna let you come and get something what you think you not finna get. So they asses is real quiet now. They want to act like they quiet as a church mouse, not saying a damn thing, while I'm still going through this false investigation that Alex Schmidt gay ass is still walking his tall, skinny, walking like a model ass around and not doing a damn thing about it, and casually saying that they don't have to respond if they don't want to. Bitch, please. I bet you if you see my black ass following you around, you'll call the police, say, one of my clients, they've been following me around. I bet you he'll lie real quick, say, she been making threats to me and blah, 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 like the pussy ass nigga that you are. And I apologize for saying it like that, but it's for real. Because I'm sick of this shit. All these raggedy behind MFers. Well, I have an appointment that's coming up at 1:15. I need to get ready, so I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope that people get it in their minds to don't look past these older, elderly people that's still capable, because guess what? They're in on it too. Not all of them. I'm talking about if you see somebody that's old, don't put it past them that they working with these people, because some of them be trying to steal your destiny because they almost out anyways. They don't care about you.